So first off, Coach, obviously the last spring practice now here at the practice fields for you guys. What do you make of not only today, but spring practice as a whole, and how you guys have been able to kind of get back in the swing of things after a great season?
Well, having a veteran group, we threw a lot of things at them this offseason. A lot of situational stuff, just trying to get them cued into situational stuff. Last year was just more meat and potatoes, finding out who everybody is, and now that you know who they are, you can force more stuff on them. But it's been really good. Our offense gave us a bunch of different looks. We had an opportunity to adapt to them, but it's been a really good spring.
So after having the meat and potatoes ready, how do you feel the sides have kind of been served up over the spring so far?
I think they're serving them up. They're finding all the little fixings and everything else that go with it, and all the little extra moves, being in situations, knowing what they're looking at now. I think that's more the mental game of it now than just the physical.
In the modern day of collegiate athletics especially, how exciting is it to have such a veteran group back of guys that played with you and who played under you last year?
It's great because we know each other. The biggest thing, Coach Gillihan said it best, you can't get comfortable. We just try to keep pushing them. They got to understand that, we're putting a whole lot on them, but they got to still be able to execute at a high level.
So what have been the biggest things that you've noticed you've had to kind of maybe doing differently from last year in terms of not only like the schematics of having different things you throw at them, but is there different ways you have to communicate with some guys now that they've had a year under their belt, or you kind of changed up some styles in that way?
Well, I'm pushing them to be leaders more. That's why you probably see me fall back and be a little more quiet, because I need them to lead. They're the players on the field. They're the ones that got to fix it. So as coaches, just trying to give them tools so they can be in those situations, so they can be more vocal and communicate on the field. And that's what we're pushing towards this year.
You got a lot of guys who are really good at communicating at that defensive front, but are there players you maybe noticed that have taken a step forward in that regard this spring especially?
I think Clayton and Prince have really taken a step forward. I've seen them talk a lot more. CJ was out there early in the spring. You're hearing his voice more. He's not a freshman or a sophomore anymore. He's one of the dudes. So, and Kangaika, of course, he's loud and proud all the time.
So biggest thing for you guys, obviously the run defense last year was outstanding. At certain games, the pass rush maybe wasn't where you guys want the standard to be at. Have you focused a lot on that this offseason and getting the pass rush in particular?
We have, putting guys in some situations and whatnot, helping them, be at the top of the rush in the moment, knowing how to finish. We got to do a better job just getting them down. You go back and count some of the opportunities. I can count at least 15 opportunities where we had them dead to rights and just didn't get them down. So, we got to find a way to get them down this year.
What's the biggest thing that goes into that besides like just the mental, like the drills? Is it something about like being able to maybe wrap guys up a certain type of way or anything like that goes into those kind of tackles?
Just knowing where your help is sometime, and leverage side, turn the quarterback back, to where your help is. Not missing him and letting him get out the pocket. So we got to do a better job keeping the cup, keeping that net around the quarterback. So not just one guy can have a chance to sack him, all of them.
And you would assume as well, with having this many experienced guys coming back, that chemistry build makes it easier to kind of do that as well?
Yeah, I wouldn't say easy, but I think it's building. I think you can see, they're playing off each other better, they're communicating better, and that's going to equate to better pass rush.
So for you and going into this season now, what's the biggest deal with having this break in the summer now? You have the spring practices, you got summer where you can't do as much, and then the fall again and that camp. How does the summer go for you guys now and kind of staying focused and ready to keep going well in the summer?
I don't think the focus ever stops. They're going to be with Coach Joe, and they'll be doing some of their own things with the drill work. They still have the drill to skill work that we work every day. So after they do the stuff with Coach Joe, they'll be running the bags, they'll be rushing the passer. Football never stops.
So do you have any type of long-term plans you've kind of laid out for these guys individually into the summer of like, hey, we need you to maybe get on this, get on that?
Always. We got a week-to-week plan for what they want to work on, week-to-week plan for individual, and they'll go through the whole install. They'll have the install in before we install it during camp.
I know for you've mentioned the leaders and how important that is to have leaders in the group and guys getting more and more vocal. For you, having a guy like Justin Watley on your squad who is so vocal, such a leader, and is kind of taking the reins in that regard, what does his impact mean to the group, and how is he like a bigger piece of not only for the defensive line but for the entire team as well?
Justin's going to find his way on the field, all kind of ways. But it's huge because he plays inside and outside for us. So Justin is a huge vocal piece when he's on the field. And not only that, when he affects the quarterback the way he does, inside and out, man, he really changes the game for us.
How do you feel like his energy is something that is so captivating for everybody else?
It's infectious because when he makes plays, he talks a bunch of trash, and I think everybody feeds off of it, especially Clayton.
All right, Coach. Thank you.